Yeah, hello. So in today's video, we're going to consider the differences between maximum price and minimum price. Now, both maximum and minimum price are measures of controlling the price of goods and services in an economy. So the government or its agencies may decide that at this particular time, with this particular commodity, let us set a minimum price. Let us set a maximum price. Now, what are the effects of such price regulatory measures in an economy? For example, now, if the government of Nigeria decide to set a maximum price, the maximum price is also called price ceiling. Now, don't take it as at a point where you have demand and supply at equilibrium, price ceiling should be up. That is a mistake. Most students take it like that and they get it wrongly. Price ceiling is not supposed to be above the equilibrium. It is supposed to be below the equilibrium price. So now if the government decides to set a maximum price, the maximum price in the sense shows that at this particular price, producers are not supposed to sell a commodity or offer services above that price. Now doing that, the government is trying to protect consumers of that particular commodity. And if the government sets a maximum price is that price that is being inserted or is a price below the equilibrium price. So now if you have this point being the equilibrium price and this being the equilibrium quantity, maximum price is any price below the equilibrium price. A price below equilibrium price, it is called the price ceiling or the maximum price. Now if the government do such, the government is trying to protect the interests of consumers. By so doing, at any price here, the consumers will be supplying less because the price is not in their favor. Why at this point, the producers will be supplying less, why the consumers will be demanding in excess. At this point, if it is at this point, the consumers will be demanding at this point. Let's say this should be QXX. Why the suppliers will be supplying at this point QXX. Now, if the suppliers are supplying at this point QXX, while the consumers are demanding at this point, the demand is more than the supply, so it will lead to excess demand. So in summary, maximum price or price ceiling is a price below the equilibrium price, and it is a price in favor of consumers. At this point, producers cannot sell above that price, that is the highest market price, which is below the equilibrium price. Now coming to minimum price, the minimum price is in favor of producers. The government will decide this is the lowest price at which a commodity or services should be offered in an economy. So if the government decides that if this is the equilibrium price and this is the equilibrium quantity, setting a price above the equilibrium price is called price floor, which is also called the minimum price. So if the government decides to set a minimum price for goods and services in an economy, it is in favor of producers. So let's take it that the government decides to set the minimum price to be let's say 5,000 naira per rubber of gari in Nigeria, like that. 5,000 per rubber of gari. It means that producers of gari, which are farmers, can sell a rubber of gari above 5,000 naira, which is to their interest, and that will lead to excess supply, because a typical law of supply states that the higher the price, the higher the quantity supply, the lower the price, the lower the quantity supply. So if the price is high, suppliers will enjoy, so it will lead to excess supply. So that price in an economy which is above the equilibrium price, it is called the minimum price. The price below equilibrium price, it is called the maximum price. So these are the clear differences that exist between the maximum price and the minimum price in any economy. I believe at the end of this video you will get it clear about the differences between price ceiling and price floor, minimum price and maximum price. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, and comment.